Well, I haven't quite gotten over it, but the election for presidency was over beginning of November. This is about, 5 weeks later. Still not happy with it, but you know what? Right now, I don't care. I basically decided that I'm going to check out of this for the moment because there's a lot of people who decided they were going to vote another direction who are going to be hurting badly. And you know what? I don't care. You picked your choice. Now you got to live with the consequences. I don't care. You know, it's an interesting kind of thing where there's a lot of people who voted for the guy who are now saying, I didn't know that Obamacare was the Affordable Care Act. How am I going to get health care coverage? Yeah, how are you going to get health care coverage? Your states don't care about you. I mean, I'm lucky. I'm one of 2 states that have a possibility of losing between 1% and less as far as people who are going to be uninsured. States like Alabama, 43%. They're already in trouble, and now it's going to get worse. And it's going to happen mainly in what they call, I guess that's the Sun Belt area, So the South, what are you going to see? I never get that right. The Southeast, y'all are in more trouble than you thought. You know that problem that you had with the hurricanes back in October? They're looking to kill that so that there's no more federal aid for any of that. They're looking to do that. They're looking to do something with Social Security so that people who are going to reach Social Security age as it is right now, y'all may not be getting it. You might have to wait till you're 70. Think about that for a while. So, you made your choice, you deal with the consequences. I don't care. One of the best things about living in New York, like I said, I've got healthcare coverage. Another thing that works for me is that there was a law that was passed either last year or the year before that basically grandfathered me into the Social Security because I was born before January 1st, 1960. How about that? So I'm covered there. I have a job. I'm working. I've got earning, certain money. I'm covered under Medicare. I'm covered under Social Security. I don't have Medicare Part B yet. I had some kind of program through the state that was covering me, but that ends at the beginning of the year. So I've got to do something about that. But otherwise, I'm just going to wing it and see what I can get. And that's really the only thing that I have to worry about. So some of the people who I deliver pharmaceuticals to right now, because of the Affordable Care Act, well, some of you are going to still get something because New York State protected you. Federal government did nothing. So I just don't know what to say. But it's not going to affect me. So I had to make some changes. Not necessarily to me as far as I'm going to get hurt or anything with what is happening over there. But I was angry. I was super angry. I also turned out that I had a problem with some medication that they had given me 2 weeks before the election, which basically made me totally groggy. And it was hard for me to concentrate on stuff. I'm not taking that anymore. The podiatrist of all things gave me that medication, so that didn't turn out so well. But I'm kind of covered. I have no real issues. But New York State is going to protect as long as they can, as good as they can do, to protect all those other people who don't have the best of coverage in this state. Your insurance premiums are probably going to go up. Luckily, Medicare is not going up, but your insurance premiums are going to go up. And you got nothing. I don't know. But I had to go into some of the social media sites that I'm on. Definitely not on X. I left that the day that guy bought it. And I'm on Threads, and I'm on Instagram. And there were certain people who I was following. And they're still trying to fight the fight. And sometimes they're saying, well, there's nothing we can do about this, but we want to let you know this. I'm thinking, no. I don't want to know any of that anymore. So I had to stop following those people because I just needed some peace of mind. And it's interesting stuff. I'm sure that some of you heard that there was an interesting boycott against Walmart on, what's the Friday thing called after Easter? I don't know what it is. I've never participated in that. But they had a problem because people found out that they gave a whole lot of money to the Orange Menace so that he could get reelected. I didn't care. You kind of expect that kind of thing going on. So I don't care. And now we got Fetterman, who basically says, well, I think that we should pardon the guy for all that other stuff that he did before. No. I'm not that forgiving sort. In general terms, I don't care what's going to go on, but there's stuff that he was convicted of. New York State has already said, just because you've been elected as president, you still were convicted in New York State. You still have to follow the laws of New York State because in the Constitution, just because you're president does not mean you're absolved from having to deal with the fate. Now, I don't think that any of that means that he's going to have to go to jail for a month or anything like that. Boy, I would love that. But it does mean that, you can either have something happen while you're in office or it happens once you leave office. But there you go. And there's been a whole bunch of stupid ideas, stupid people that he's put in positions that they're not qualified for. I don't care. I know that's a shame. Someone said to me, well, don't you care about what's going to happen to the kids of those people? Well, nope. I care for the ones who didn't vote for him, but a lot of those people were already in trouble. Biden did a good job. So there you are. It's petty. I don't care. And this is the last time I'm going to talk about it. So the next video I do is not going to talk about politics, not going to talk about health insurance. I'm still going to talk about health issues on my other channel, but I'm done with that. I need to get peace. So I'm going to end this with one question. It's kind of the same question to two different groups. One, if you're the folks who voted for that guy and now you're finding out that there's stuff he's not going to do. I mean, he's going to, try to get rid of Social Security. He's going to try to get rid of your health care. He came out a couple of days ago saying, I don't think I'm going to be able to lower prices. I thought I could do that, but, that's not anything that I can control. He knew that because he was president 4 years beforehand. So you're going to just find out. You're going to have to deal with it. He put his ex-daughter-in-law to be, oh my God, what is it? She's going to be working in Greece. I mean, she's taking a position to work in Greece in a mansion. That wouldn't be a bad gig. Although I really have to admit, I'm bad on geography, so I'm not necessarily sure where Greece is. I just know it's near some water. That's the best I got. But I don't care. I know I'm going to still hear certain things, but overall, I don't care. I'm at that point now, and it sounds weird. Some people I know don't necessarily like me saying this, but you know what? If I die sometime next year, don't care. Because I'm going to be me. Like I said, I still got money. I'm still got to have food. We'll see what happens. Anyway, that's what I got. My name is Mitch Mitchell. That's right, I didn't ask you the question. So the question I'm asking is, what are you ready to try to do, whether you voted for him or didn't vote for him, to try to protect yourself and your family from all these changes? I mean, North Carolina has one county that's already shut down a whole bunch of schools. I mean, they didn't even wait for that. And they also passed something so that the incoming governor, who's Democratic, and the incoming House, which flipped to the Democrats, aren't going to have the authority to do almost anything. Wow. I didn't even know that was a thing you could do, but there you are. I don't know. Y'all let me know. Like I said, the next video is going to be a lot nicer than this one, but I don't care because I'm going to be at peace. I hope y'all have a wonderful week. We'll talk later.